All right, hi Sagittarius. So we're gonna do things from scratch today. Just I kind of feel called to do that for these this lineup of readings. So yeah, so we're using the Sacred Web Tarot today, as well as the Thoth Tarot, and also the messages. All right, so what does Sagittarius need to know right now for their highest timeline? What does Sagittarius need to know right now for their highest timeline? One more. Okay. We have the World card. The World card. Clarifying the Four of Feathers or Four of Air. All right. Okay. All right, so what does Sagittarius need to know right now for their highest timeline? What does Sagittarius need to know right now for their highest timeline? One more. All right. So you have the Death card, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Okay. So what does Sagittarius need to know right now for their highest timeline? Their highest timeline. Oh, this one fell out separately from these. I'm going to see what this is. Okay. Let's see what that is first. Normally when one like separates itself from the others, I focus in on it in a different way. Oh, we have a Gossip Girl. Interesting. Gossip Girl. Okay, so let's put that slightly to the side and start unraveling these. Okay, so we have Justice here. Carrots. Hunger Games. Oh, 10 Things I Hate About You. The Ledger. Germany. Wagon. AI. Experience the Memory. And Shaggy Mane. Shaggy Mane Mushrooms. That'd be a cool rap name. Shaggy Mane. Yeah. Okay. All right. So first off, we have the World card. This collision of energy. It always reminds me of the uterus up here. Something being woven. Even this energy, I always like notice right away that this eye is black and that eye is white. I don't know if you can see that. It's like the yin and the yang. And look at this extreme like explosion, like their antlers become woven together and they create this thing. And it just reminds me of a woman's uterus. Maybe it might look like something different to you, but that's always what I see. Creation. This is the very last trump card. Completion of something, which means a new beginning is right around the corner. A new start. The Fool card. Completion. Ultimate success. Okay, and that is clarifying this Four of Feathers, Four of Air, Four of Swords. It just reminded me of Avatar. The Avatar season, I was gonna say Avatar season, but this, no, Avatar the movie, where they're climbing on those floating islands. You know, when they're training him, or he's going through a rite of passage, and he's having to keep up. And they're jumping from floating island to floating island. We'll see what that's about. Oh. Just drawn, both of these cards are white. And also, if you look at that, all the flowers that are right here, all these colorful flowers, look like they're all together up here. How beautiful. We're going to see what that's about. Literally, it looks like the collection of it, or whatever this is, and then creating it, binding it all together, alchemizing it together to create something. Completing something. Like getting all the tools, all the information, all the flowers, like whatever that represents. Okay. Then we have the Death card. Transformation. Excuse me. All right, transformation. This is a cool Death card. I really like this one. It's clarifying this on the bottom, the Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Earth. The Bullseye. The Focus. Bringing something into an earthly experience. Making it real. By transforming something. By changing something. Pruning. Completing cycles even. Okay. All right, so let's get into these messages. So we had Gossip Girl that fell out apart from the other messages. So I have this off to the side. So Gossip Girl. Well, it's a TV show, first off. It's a TV show that was on when I was a teenager. That I watched it a little bit. I wasn't like intense on it like the OC. If you know me, I was obsessed with the OC. But Gossip Girl was another one that I used to watch here and there. I wasn't like obsessed with it, but recently Blair and Chuck, those synchronicities have come around in my life several times, like within like the last couple of months. Their relationship. I have Blair and Chuck in here, and they didn't come out, so I'm wondering if this is going to be different messages for people. Gossip Girl, even gossip, culture, class. We'll see. Okay. All right, so we have Justice here, right below this Black Jaguar. The Black Jaguar just came through. Whose reading was that? Virgo. In the last Virgo reading I did. A pretty powerful way. Bringing a truth into the light. Something shocking but powerful. Even the announcement of a child or a birth of a project can mean different things for people. We have Justice right here. Justice in collecting all the flowers to build this thing. Or having, because this is technically clarifying this. Having found justice in the reason maybe why you collected all the flowers for this completion. This, the completion of this beautiful completion right here, whatever this is representing, there's justice in why those flowers were collected, why the information was collected, why certain things were grown, done, set out. Justice. Normally the Four of Air can represent a moment of pause, a moment of rest. Even letting things go back out or just silently witnessing things. Justice. This could even be just, yeah, the witnessing of things. Justice and being a witness. We'll see. Okay. All right, then we have carrots right next to that, sitting between both of these cards here. So carrots. Cooking with carrots, eating carrots. I know they help with your eyesight. Maybe that's like a metaphorical thing right here. Getting clearer eyesight, doing the things you need to sharpen your eyesight, to strengthen your eyesight, to heal. Carrots can also be like that. What is that? Where it's like they put a carrot on the end of a stick. And then, what is it, a rabbit or a dog or something chases the carrot around and around and around? Justice for chasing a carrot. Chasing carrots. Okay, well, we're going to keep moving. All right, Hunger Games. So this is one of my favorite shows. It's come out quite a bit in the readings. Like the imagery. We have Hunger Games right here, right below the World card. A completion of the Hunger Games completing some kind of Hunger Game-like energy or aspect in your life. Hunger Games, we have carrot right next to it. Just like food. Harnessing clearer sight to complete something hard, to make your way through it, to even be the last one standing, to outplay something. I have a couple different things in here about what different like Hunger Games stuff, but we just have Hunger Games. That's all we have here. So we're going to see more about what that is about. All right, then underneath the death card, we have 10 things I hate about you. 10 things I hate about you. Death, transformation, something having transformed, even within like a partnership, a romantic relationship. Maybe truths being found out, reasons for things being done, and 10 things about you. It was almost kind of like a game being played. But then he fell in love with her and just realized she was an awesome person. Heath Ledger. I love Heath Ledger. But transforming that. I actually have that right here. From 10 Things I Hate About You. Just that right here. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Heath Ledger. 10 Things I Hate About You. It's like something I have on my thing right here that I focus on every day. 10 Things I Hate About You with this energy. Maybe that's the message. That was the point right there. Don't ever let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Maybe having made changes to make that very clear with yourself, with the people in your life, in a situation. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's clarifying this ace, which means like getting a boon, bringing something into reality, into something that you can touch, into person, into form, into a creation, like getting it outside of the mind, outside of the emotions, the imagination, and in real form. Something you can actually touch, something that you can hold. Transforming something, yeah. Yeah, you deserve whatever you want, like whatever you're focused on. And I mean, if you think about it, like sometimes we get what we need, you know, that whole like saying, we think we're going after something that we want, but we always get what we need. Just maybe making your intentions very clear about what you want and allowing the energy to kind of like shift around you. Take shape into what it is. The bullseye of what it is. But we have, okay, so 10 Things I Hate About You, and then Germany is halfway sitting underneath this as well. So, Germany, something maybe, whenever I see a state or anything like that, country, I always say to just pay attention and look out for it. Like if you see something in your news feed, if it's something going on in your life, just hold an intention around it and just ask, what is this about? What do I need to know? And just pay attention when like that thing comes into your life, or if there's something around this energy, what is that about? Something's transforming here with this, whatever Germany is representing to you. Claiming what you want. Yeah. Okay. All right, then we have wagon. Sitting underneath the ace, completely underneath the ace. Getting a wagon, station wagon. Wagon can mean quite a few things for people. I was talking about that in a reading recently, like pulling the wagon, needing both people to pull the wagon. We were talking about horses. Like in like regards to relationships and like co-creating together with someone. Like just one person pulling all the weight is not going to work. You need both people. And I brought wagon in. That was an example that I used. Needing all aspects of something, whatever, if there's like, if this is about just like you and you having a responsibility with something, like knowing how to pull it or pull your weight or whatever that is, if this is within a partnership, understanding how to work together to pull this thing. If this is with a project with multiple people, understanding how every single person fits into this thing. Like whatever this is about, understanding all angles, all aspects, all perspectives. The identity, like understanding that each part has its own identity even. Giving everyone a reason to shine, giving everyone a reason. If you're thinking about creating something, like everyone having their stamp on it, their touch, their whatever it is in this thing. This is just you, if it's a partnership, if it's something bigger. But wagon, this could mean just like getting a wagon. If you have like children, that used to be something my brother and I used to love when we were little, getting in the wagon and my dad pulling us around the neighborhood. Maybe even like if you have children, that might be a fun thing to look into. Maybe invest in getting just like a little wagon. Or if you see one at like a yard sale, maybe picking it up. It'd be fun for your children. Be a fun thing to do with your children. Or if you have a wagon, just like taking, it's that time of year now, at least where I live. Okay, we'll come back around and just see whatever else comes through. Okay, so then we have AI here. I believe it was your reading last time where I got into the AI thing. I don't want to go down that again. AI. It's right below Hunger Games. Feeling like AI is a Hunger Games. I don't want to say something that I don't fully know, but something's coming through, and we're going to just see if that comes back around or if I'm able to say that in a way that comes through. 'Cause I know I got into it in the last reading with you guys. We have 2 rams here though, which almost kind of reminds me of impulsive energy, being able to collide on things and creating something new. So maybe that is important here, for me to just kind of impulsively say something, allowing the collision to happen, like this energy to like buck. I'm technically an Aries rising, so this is kind of my energy. Okay, so what does this AI thing? Hunger Games, AI, people being, you know, a lone winner, things being destroyed, having to be clever, know your way around something, knowing it's a game, a money system, information. That's the other thing, just with the amount of AI out there and the amount of apps that are just being pumped out, knowing what the terms and conditions are in the apps, like that is a very, very important thing. Because if you're putting all of your artwork, all of your stuff into an app that you don't know like who owns it and what they're doing with your information, that can very much steal all of your everything you've worked hard for. That can eat you alive, steal from you literally like years and hours of your life, your intellectual property, what you've gone through to be able to create something like that or write how you write. It just takes it like that. Not all of them, like making that very, very clear. Just yeah. So just like maybe just gaining more awareness. And if this is something, if you're actually designing like an AI, something with AI, making it very clear with people what your AI is about, that their personal property isn't going to be stolen, that there's measures put into place to protect them. Maybe that's something to be very, very clear about if you are creating an AI. Understanding that that's important knowledge for some people who would love to use AI, but just have like maybe just fear around it, don't want their stuff stolen. Years of their life that they've put into stuff just stolen. Feels like that was a collision. Okay. All right, so then we have experience the memory. Experience the memory. This always, when experience the memory comes through for me, it's about going back in time into those like traumatic areas where it's really like triggering to step back into that space. Experience the memory. I've been kind of doing this recently in my own life. Like there's like a pocket of like trauma in my life from several years ago, and I've had a really, really hard time going back into it, but I've been kind of doing it slowly, kind of opening up, like just literally feeling like I'm walking into the experience and just accepting everything around it, accepting where I was at that time, what I believed in at that time, who people were at that time, what was going on, why certain things were going on, even those spaces like, why did this happen? Maybe just going into a memory and just like really just accepting and letting it like all hit you. Like whatever this is bringing up for you, but experience the memory. And it's sitting right below 10 things I hate about you, and then right below the death card. Re-experience a death of something, even like traumatic moments. Death cards can be traumatic moments in your life. They just represent intense transformation, transformative situations, moments, experiences. Experience the memory. 10 things I hate about you. Maybe within a relationship that you were in, or something that happened in the past within a relationship that you were in. Reliving it, understanding what you liked and what you didn't like about the situation, because that can tend to be like, not everything is like disappointing or you didn't like it. Like there can be really intense like things that you loved about that situation. It's just like the pain of it just recolors the entire memory, and maybe going back into it and remembering the beautiful parts of it, where the sunshine was at. Getting a more like maybe fixing the distortion around it can be transformative in your life. It can bring you healing as well as other people around you healing, especially if they had something to do with that memory. Yeah, just if that feels like that's yours to do. Yeah, but it's sitting right underneath 10 things I hate about you. Maybe understanding why someone did something, because in 10 things that I hate about you, he very much was like only giving her attention and dating her because he had a bet with this other guy. There's this whole other like game being played in the background. And then he found out, like, as he started hanging out with her, that he actually liked her. But then she was upset when she found out, obviously, like, he was being paid for all this, and, you know. So maybe getting clear on something, like why something happened. Maybe understanding someone's intentions, or even how their intentions evolved. Maybe they did shift. Maybe something was entered into under with a certain intention and it transformed as the situation played out. Okay, so then we have Shaggy Mane under Germany. Shaggy Mane, like as soon as it came out, just reminded me of like a rap name, like a name that you would have. But it's a mushroom, like that's why I put this in here. It's my favorite mushroom. Shaggy Mane. Under Germany? Shaggy Mane. So it's called the lawyer's wig as well because it has these little like flecks that like flick up on it. But as soon as it like comes into full like, what do you call that, bloom? What do you call that when a mushroom fully is like this? Okay, so once it fully hits its peak, then it starts to turn into this like black dripping, it's an ink cap, and it starts dripping this black stuff, and it can look quite threatening and scary, but it's actually used in a lot of gourmet dishes. It's used in, even like, when you eat like black pasta, there's other things that can create black pasta, but Shaggy Mane is one of those things. It's ink. Creates an ink that's used in food. Yeah, I'm just drawn to him being black. Just reminding me of noodles. But Shaggy Mane. Under Germany, though. Something... It's edible. They're edible mushrooms. But they can be threatening because when they start to turn into like that black goo and dripping, it looks dangerous and poisonous, but it's not. It's just the way that the pores drip back into the ground to create more. It's just that how that mushroom does it. Maybe something looked different than you expected it to. Or you look different than something or someone expected you to. So if you think about it, it's like this light colored mushroom, and it's kind of called that lawyer's wig. Kind of flicks, but then it kind of becomes something that looks gruesome and dark and poisonous, but it's not. It's just perception. Under Germany, though. So just look out for that with Germany, with whatever this Germany thing is about. Looks gruesome, but it's not. It's actually edible. All parts of it is edible. Edible. Just reminding me of an edible. Something you can eat. Even a mushroom. It's a resource. Food. That you can touch, consume, create, buy. Actually, I don't even know if you can buy those because of the transformation process is so quick. Yeah, I don't even think you can have those in stores because of how fast it transforms. Like you have to eat it pretty much like within the first few hours after picking it because it immediately starts to do its ink cap thing and go back into the black goo. But you can use that. You can use it to create other things. Why ever this is under Germany, we'll see. I'll flush it through one more time after I finish with wagon. Okay, so wagon here with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm not getting much else other than what I already said. Hitching your wagon. Going through a woods. This is reminding me kind of like a wooded area with like pine cones and fern trees. Or pine trees. Backpacking, going outdoors. A wagon. Packing something. Travel. Oh, we have Germany here. Depending on where you live. Backpacking. All right. Okay, so then let's focus back on Gossip Girl. Why did Gossip Girl fall out separate from these other messages? You can kind of think of like that whole thing as kind of being a game, like the gossip within high society, gossiping about everything. Kind of has like that Bridgerton feel. Like Gossip Girl with, you don't know who's talking in the background, but they're gossiping. They're like letting out all the tea about everyone and everything. Kind of like Penelope does in Bridgerton at the very beginning, where you don't know who this woman is that's talking in the background. Yeah, but she's kind of like gossiping and giving the tea out on everyone. That's what that reminds me of. Giving the tea out on everyone. All right. All right, let's flush it through one more time. So justice, underneath this energy, justice and doing whatever this is, whatever is happening right here. Collecting things, collecting information. The feathers can be air, intellectual, collection of something. He's hopping around on the flowers. That's what it reminded me of, a rite of passage from Avatar. He was hopping around, following the other guys, hopping through those islands, swinging on those ropes. Yeah, it was very tribal, very much a rite of passage. Justice in doing something, justice in why whatever these flowers represent right here. Because clearly, it feels like you've hit a completion with something, or this is the point right here. Because all these flowers, all of that looks like it just created this. That looks powerful. A beautiful collision. That's almost like running at each other and then like hitting, and like it's like this, and things explode and grow up out of it. Everything that you were holding, maybe everything, if this is two people, like everything you both were holding went like and like created this beautiful thing. This was the reason for this. Justice in what this is. Then we have carrots. Oh, that just like made me think of like two people following carrots and then colliding into each other. Almost like a spiritual thing. When you're following your path and your spiritual guidance, like two people doing that, and they're like they don't know why they're chasing the carrot, but then the carrot hits. And they've collided. They collected all their little pieces that they needed to collect and follow. And it brought them into this, that created this whole thing. There's a reason for the carrots. There was a reason for the carrots. There was a reason why you needed to collect all those things. Or follow the path. Yeah, that could be like following a path. Hunger Games. Completion of... It helped you complete a Hunger Games. It helped you complete something competitive. Helped you maneuver around things even that were trying to take you out. Maybe in metaphorical ways. Maneuvering. Having the skill. Having collected what you needed to collect, and it helped you move through things. We have AI right here. So this, you could have used AI. And this could have worked for you. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, not all AI is bad. There's people out there that are well-intentioned. And like, I even enjoy AI music. Just, I just know that because it's such a big thing and there's just such a big explosion, there's like people taking advantage of it. Like with anything in life, there are people out there purposely taking advantage of it to get your information, to steal your stuff. That's all I'm saying with that. That could just be just like a few people. I'm very wary of that. Just because of how long it's taken me to create things and the life that I feel like has been stolen from me. You know, it would just like, Hunger Games, having gone through something extremely rough and valuing everything that you have and the things that you created from it, and not wanting people to steal that, to take from that, to just steal the life, even more of the life that you have. Could be simple feelings like that. Just maybe taking things step by step and understanding. I was talking about this being a bullseye, and in the Hunger Games, Katniss is very good with an arrow. She knows how to hit a bullseye. She knows how to take something down, how to protect herself. It's like a rising sun. Experience the memory. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at this block right here. 10 things I hate about you, and experience the memory about 10 things I hate about you. Maybe this movie is important for you in some way, some other way. Maybe the characters are important to you. I know in my life, I had synchronicities around this about like 2 months ago. Um, hmm. Experience the memory. Experience whatever this is about. Whatever's clicking for you. Maybe go watch that movie. Maybe it'll help put some things into perspective for you. Or watch some clips. Or that one scene. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. He was telling that to that one kid. They were at a party. He was telling it to that kid who really wanted to date this girl. And he saw her differently than anyone else saw her. He saw her for who she was. And not everyone else saw her for that. They just saw her for her looks. But he saw her for her emotional side, for who she was underneath. But he was kind of more of like the nerd guy, whereas she was like a popular girl. And Heath Ledger told him that, don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Don't let anyone ever talk you out of like what you're focused on, what you want for yourself, what you want for your family. If this is about relationships, like what you want in relationships, like friendships, a romantic relationship, a commitment, a project, experience the memory. If there's something that went wrong, re-experience something. Just like I'm focused on like his friends were trying to talk him out of it. Like they only saw her for her looks and they were just saying get over it basically. But he was like really focused on like he saw her differently. And in the end they got together. Because in the end he did see her differently. He saw her for who she really was. That was literally that commitment to that focus on that truth won out. Experience the memory. It's going to transform something. It's going to renew something, regenerate something. It's the death card. It's Scorpio energy. Complete transformation. It's going to heal even a part of your life that you experienced. It's going to reveal truths. Something's going to end forever. This is like it could be some kind of pain when you step into the memory or get to know like what actually was happening. Like there can be like relief and release, like deep catharsis around around really puncturing it and like releasing all that nasty gas that's around it. That pain and that trauma that's like distorting everything. I just recently did that with something in my life. It was very cathartic, and it's like was powerful for me. Yeah, like literally feeling like you're puncturing a gas bubble, like a toxic, distorted gas bubble around your pain. Like just really like releasing it. Yeah, because then we have Germany and shaggy mane. Shaggy mane feels very much, if there was a Scorpio mushroom, I think I would say that would be a shaggy mane or one of those like ink caps. Be very Scorpio-like. I've known a ton of Scorpios in my life. If there's like one sign that I've had like a lot of in my life, it's Scorpio energy. Very different than what is expected of Scorpio. Yeah. Yeah, just think of it like shaggy mane. Whatever this is about, all parts of it are good. All parts of it are edible. All parts of it can be used differently. Like there's nothing different in the quality. It's just perspective and perception of it and how it's used in a different stage. With Germany, whatever Germany represents for you here. If you have like family or friends that live in Germany, maybe or if that means something differently for you. Okay. So then we have wagon. Interesting. We're already at 52 minutes. My brother lives in Germany. That's the only reason why I keep pausing right here, because I'm wondering if there's something else I need to say. Shaggy mane, Germany. Something appears differently than it is. It's just going through transition and stages, doesn't change the quality of it. Okay. If this has to do with even like someone that's close to you, like a brother, maybe someone's going through transition, someone's going through something, the quality of what's going on, there's nothing different, just the perception of it, how it looks. It's being used differently. Something is just changing. Something's just being used differently, but the quality is the same despite its looks. Or whatever like shaggy mane can look kind of freaky and poisonous, but it's not. Okay. All right. So, yeah, then wagon underneath this Ace of Pentacles. This could literally be about like hitching up like the car, packing up, doing something like that and going on a drive, an adventure, doing something new, a physical experience. It's earth. It's something being done on the earth, grounded in action. And Gossip Girl. Was there anything else here with Gossip Girl? Blair and Chuck. That's literally what's come in my life several times and in pretty powerful ways, but we didn't get that. But because we have a relationship right here. And they kind of had their intense thing back and forth, like that they couldn't be together and all that. But in the end, they came together. They bridged their differences. They bridged the crap that was going on with their families and why they couldn't be together. And they came together. They realized it was worth it in the end to come together and heal and do work on their own crap in order to come together. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. All right, so Sagittarius, I hope you got some questions to ask, or it inspired some questions in your own life. Got some answers, some good alchemy to work with here. And I wish you well and hope to see you next time.